I would just like to take a couple of moments before the video starts to say with heartfelt gratitude how very thankful I am to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate all the comments and would like to acknowledge everyone who has taken the time to give me their opinion or the thumbs up. Thank you all so very, very much. I hope you stick around for all the great things I've planned for you in the future. Thanks again. So here we are back at my local thrift store, which is also, I think, by far the best thrift store that we have around. Some of the Goodwills are really good, but this one is just some really excellent items in here most of the time, and usually the prices are unbelievably good. We do occasionally get a couple of dollar store items that you can actually buy cheaper at the dollar store, but like I said, that's not very often. This aisle was there's some really nice dishes and cups, and of course I'm always on the lookout for transferware. There was no luck today, but there were some nice little items here and there. I do have lots of mugs, so the China teacups, which I have a collection of anyway, they're anywhere between $1.50 and I would say $5 or $6. And they're usually quite pretty. This was a nice one. If it had been bone china, I would have picked this up, but it was just cute, and that was a nice mug. If it would have been a little bit bigger, I would have picked that up, because I do like a nice big mug for my tea. But there was nothing really today in this aisle that I found that I really wanted to bring home. These two little, they look like, I want to say they were little bears, I think. They kind of reminded me of Chippendale, if you remember Chippendale. Always the picture frames, we can usually find something really nice. I like to change out my picture frames. I also like to have my thumb in the frame. But didn't see much today. Again, there's a couple of little specialty items are kept in these aisles. Looked like a horde had been through, because it was a bit of a mess, but you usually have a little bit of a dig. You can find something pretty. That was nice, but I've got quite a few of those. Remember last year I put some pumpkins in them, and at Christmas time I put the antique baubles in, but I think I've got enough of those this year. That was it was like a rabbit that had been decoupaged, and I quite like the red. I do tend to pick things up out of season for like Easter and whatever, but I think over the last 12 months I picked up enough for Easter, so he stayed behind. A lot of this is just objet d'art. It's like I said, you have to dig deep. I have found some lovely items over the years, but not so much. People just have them. My dad used to call it tat. You know, it's just to fill the shelves. I did pick up a curry or knives dish, like a tea plate, so that's gone home with me. And of course all the lovely picture frames. I've picked up actually a couple of silver picture frames in the past, and some really rather nice old ornate pieces. This is a really good aisle. It has all the metals and the coppers, all the and woods at the other end. I've picked up some great things in this aisle. Trays are always really nice, and candlesticks, and these silver little bud vases, I've got a couple of those. Again, it's always stacked, so you have to kind of pick things up and look underneath. But it was out of luck today. Starfrit peeler. I don't know if you remember those. A few years back, you used to get them at Christmas time. The Starfrit, this or that. It was always the perfect gift for Christmas. You don't see them so much anymore. always on the lookout for candles and candlesticks. No candlesticks today, and this is what they are. They usually have their scented candles, but I think somebody's caught on and been picking them up before I can get there, so there's not many left. There was some that this basket was really nice. It was $6. It was in lovely condition as well. I kind of wish I'd picked it up, but I've got a lot of baskets at the moment, and I probably could have found a place for it, or somebody would have used it, but I left it behind. It was probably something I'll regret, because they go very quickly, especially when they're that quality. That caught my eye because it was the autumnal colour, so I did pick that up. I'll show you what's in it when I get show you my haul. It was a little odd, but yeah, that was another thing that I took home with me today. Is it too early for Christmas? I don't think so. Never. So they did have some of their Christmas items pulled out. It's always set out really nicely, and they do have some nice stuff. Over the years, this used to be a very small little store when I first moved to town, and I have picked up some genuinely antique decorations, a lot of old baubles, glass baubles made in Germany. Not so much anymore. A lot of it's just recycled, what people don't want. But you can, change your Christmas colours and do it quite inexpensively if you use this route. I did go teal last year, and did it on the cheap because I didn't buy anything new. I just was very lucky. I did find everything in that I could recycle somebody else's tree. So as I said, they have some really nice. It is hit and miss, as I've said, but I think that's the same with every store that you go to. This was a cool bag. It had a lot of skates in it, and I think if you've got a themed tree, it would have been perfect for somebody who'd got a skate tree. Again, they're just starting to pull stuff out. They did have some lovely decor, but I did pick up a couple of pieces, and I shall show you what I grabbed in just a moment. So this tapestry piece had really nice tassels on the end, and it had a nice ornate brass clasp at the top to hold it and hang it. It just reminded me of the old bell pulls that you used to have beside the fireplaces in the old stately homes. Tug on that, and bell rings in the below stairs, and Bates comes up and brings you your tea. This was a chopping board that's more decorative than usable, but I thought that was quite nice. I do have a couple of those. I thought it was nice with the writing on, so I did pick that up. It had a stand, but it's a little odd. I'm not sure how it works, because when you do put it on its stand, it kind of leans forward, so we shall see where that's going to go. But I thought it was nice, especially for $1.50. It was a good price. I did find this for $2. It is the softest, and we do use blankets a lot in the winter time. It's a very, very old house. It's very drafty, so I do tend to keep them dotted around the house for when we need to use them, because and as I said, that's almost like cashmere. It's that soft. It's just lovely. I told you this was $1. I do have 3 of these already, and I was going to add it to a wall collection that I've got. I've got some smaller plates that have to go up, This I found, and I picked it up because it was $1 and it's very autumnal, and somebody's put a wooden candlestick into it and I just can't get it out no matter how I try. So I figure nobody's going to see it, nobody's going to know unless I tell them, so I picked that up as well. And this I'm going to use as a riser. I do have a couple of these in different colours, and this one was thought as a really nice size, and especially for $2, and I can use it for Halloween as well because it's black, so it's going to come in handy. I did pick up some Christmas decor. Now in the library, that's the room we have the dining room in, I figured these would go really, really well. I'm going to clean them up a bit and might rework them with something else, but we'll see when the Christmas season comes around. Here's another one, and this is a really nice old candlestick. It's quite heavy, this one is, and I'm going to take all the bits off it and use that in the same vignette, I think, maybe on the on one of the shelves again for Christmas. I think it will look really nice. $1, I picked up this black table runner, which will go with a Scandinavian style black and white tablecloth that I picked up some years ago from IKEA. Do different settings over the Christmas period. Picked up some Christmas greenery. This little wreath was nice quality. I'm going to take off the snowflakes and rework that. These can be quite expensive when you buy them new. So I always tend to pick up greenery if I find it. Picked up these two swags, I guess you'd call them. There's lots of little bits on it that I'm going to use separately, take off the glitter bow and reuse those around the house at Christmas time. I'm including these books that I found. There's a little bookshop that had a sale on. They were going out of business, and these were $1 each. I'm not sure if it'd been picked through. I'm assuming there were more in the collection, but they are just beautiful art books, and they're in their own folders. They're from the 60s. They are gorgeous. So I did pick them all up, and I think that was probably my find of the month. Got a bit of a love books anyway, but these are just gorgeous, and you know, the whole family's had a look at them, and I think we're going to really enjoy them. I've got to rework all my books because I do them in sections, so I think they're going just over there with the art section, which is getting quite big now. So another find that I'm very, very pleased with.